just briefly, I mean, I'll just add to my
Please go ahead.
My comments briefly, but you know, the pipeline issue is one I hear on the doors every single day. Every time I go door knocking, every time someone comes to visit my constituency office, in the grocery store, everywhere. And I think there's been an acknowledgement amongst all members, although I'll correct my honourable colleague from Rimbey Rocky Sundry, that not every vote on this was unanimous. The one Liberal member did actually vote against it. Which is unfortunate, but notwithstanding that, I think the vast majority of Albertans are very much in favour of the Trans Mountain Pipeline moving ahead, and find themselves incredibly frustrated as to where we are. So I think that it's important now the motion is amended that we do hear from someone, anyone, somewhere within the government. I would like to hear from ministers of the Crown. I think, as we said in the amendment, but here we are. I think it's important we hear from somebody that what has the provincial government done to actually move this forward, and clearly it's not sufficient. If I can stretch this already stretched football analogy, the government found itself on the 1 yard line doing what a football player should never do, and that's celebrating early. Just as the defense came along and smacked the ball out of their hand, took it away, started running the other direction, and that's something Albertans don't like, is hubris, and I think it's very important we have an opportunity at the earliest opportunity for this committee to have an open hearing, so Albertans can hear from this government. The opposition will have the opportunity to provide to present questions. Perhaps even private members on the government side have some questions of their own if they're listening to their constituents. I suspect they're going to hear some pretty strong opinions about where we find ourselves, because it really is a crisis. There's no other word for it. So, thank you, Mr. Chair.